So they say when you come from the good soil of Saskatchewan, you must be good. Now this guy literally comes from good soil, Saskatchewan. One of the most handsome players in NHL history, allegedly one of the nicest guys, married a movie star, adored by women and respected by men across the globe. Maybe the most underrated defenseman of his era. Should have won a Stanley Cup, but close but no cigar. So today we're going to talk about the very talented, the very respected, and the very, very, how can you say this, needed Ron Greschner. When the New York Rangers needed a rebuild after their team did a reboot in the mid-1970s, Ron Greschner helped the team out of the wilderness and almost got them to a Stanley Cup. Now, Ron Greschner was selected in the second round by the Rangers, 32nd overall in the 1974 NHL entry draft. Now, at 6'2", 185, he was predominantly on defense, but sometimes would play center or left wing, whatever was required. Now, he came to major prominence in mostly the BC major junior area. Now, he played with Chilliwack and New Westminster in 72, 73, 69 points in 68 games, and in 74, 103 points, one of the few times in major junior history in the western side that a player had broke 100 points as a defenseman. Again, 33 goals, 76, 103 points. Now, he was a WCHL All-Star first team in that campaign. He was also captain New Westminster that season. Now, he was rated in the Hockey News draft issue, preview issue, as number 11. So dropping made no sense because I think some of the major teams had looked at him and said, well, he has to be a number 2 for us, and some teams didn't have a number 2. Now, he did set the WCHL record for points of the season in 103, which has now been broken. And he also played for Edmonton of the WCHL and was team captain in the 74 series versus the Moscow Selects. Now, he also played senior league hockey against players in their 30s, 20s, and 30s when he was just 12 years old. Now, his NHL totals ended up very strong over numerous seasons. 610 points, 179 goals in 982 games. And again, career playoff statistics all the way up to 1990. 84 games, 49 points, 17 goals. Now, the awards and honors for this guy is tremendous. And bear with me because they're pretty deep. Now, he made it to the All-Star game in 80, lost the Stanley Cup Finals in 79 to Montreal. He was the New York Rangers West Side Association Player Award a year in 78. He won the Youth Service Award for the Rangers in 85, Rangers Good Guy Award in 86, Rangers Captain for a season, most penalty minutes for a Ranger, 1226, Rangers Assist Leader 2 seasons, Playoffs Points Leader once, Playoffs Assist Leader twice, Playoff Penalty Minutes Leader 12. Now, he started strong in the NHL, had an assist in his first game. He scored his first NHL goal versus Dryden in 1974, December 8. He set a New York Rangers rookie record in 75 with 37 assists, and paired on defense with, of all people, Dave Farish for the 77 season. Now, he played a few shifts at center for the Rangers in the 1970s, but then missed part of the 79 season with separated shoulder. He eventually found his Bobby Hull replacement spot for a while by playing on a line with Alties and Anders Hedberg for the 81 campaign. Now, he's under defensive partners including Carol Vadney and Barry Beck. Unfortunately, injuries kind of hit him on occasion as he missed most of the 82 season with a pinched nerve in his neck. In a match suffered against Philadelphia on November 18 of that year. Now, he missed the final games of the season and the entire 81 playoffs. Now, he eventually broke Brad Pitt's record for points for defensemen on November 11th, 81, when he got his 379th. Now, he also missed most of the 83 season, recovering from a back injury suffered in their training camp. It did not return to action in February of the next year. Now, he then missed parts of the 85 season with a separated left shoulder, then moved to center to ease his problems with his body for the 86 and 87 season. Now again, he served as a New York Rangers captain when Barry Beck was injured during the '86 season. Now he also missed the remainder of the '86 playoffs after fracturing his right hand in a game against Philadelphia on April 15, '86. Now he then broke his left foot in the preseason game in '86. Again, '88 injury filled, '89 injury filled again, but he came also to major prominence, probably the most strangest abuse of official in NHL history, getting 3 games. Now the incident occurred in the New York Rangers game versus Pittsburgh on March 29, '89, after Pittsburgh defenseman, the very, very interestingly looking Rod Buskas, pulled Greschner's hair during a second period fight. Now, angry that the officials had not seen the hair pulling, and his hair was fabulous, Greschner spit water at linesman Ron Hasseltine, arguing the lack of a penalty call. Now, for the spitting, again, he got 2 games. He was not offered a contract by New York Rangers after the '89-90 season, and was released on July 7th, 1990. He ended a career again as the Rangers' all-time leader in points, goals, and assists by a defenseman, eventually broken by Brian Leetch. Now, we talked a while ago about his connection with the beautiful Carol Alt, which a very successful relationship for a number of years until, unfortunately, they separated. But he was all over the place. He represented Canada and the Rangers in different places and different events. He also played on the New York Rangers team that competed in Sweden's '81 DN Cup tournament. Now he's also an avid tennis player. Now his IMDb list is quite strong. He appeared on many entertainment shows. He also, including Ryan's Hope in July 1980, the very popular soap, and he also made a workout video with Carol Alt during the summer of '87. Now he also worked as an extra in an Italian film starring Alt during the summer of '87. He also has served as a judge for the Miss Universe contest, actually of all places in Japan, and was also honored by Muscular Dystrophy Association with their top humanitarian award for his charitable work over the years. He also took time in the '90s to appear in more shows, including TV's A Nanny in '96. Now, he married Alt in '83, and eventually separated in 2001. And his father also was prominent locally by owning one of the nicest hotels in Good Soil. And I think the only one, because only 250 people in Good Soil. So from all the way from Good Soil, Saskatchewan, to the lights of New York, marrying a supermodel, being one of the most respected players of all time, led him to be named as the number 12 all-time Ranger in the infamous 100 Ranger Greats game in the 2009 book. But for me, the greatest season for Ron has to be the Cup run in '89, where he had a combined 24 goals in 78 playoff and regular season games. In '81, we put up 68 points. But the injuries that really hit him hard stopped him from getting 1,000 games. But he wasn't scared, like I said, to take a penalty. But grand total, over 1,000 combined NHL regular season and playoff games. Now, he has quite a large family. He very active with his five children, with his new wife Lori in West Palm, and he also is active in charitable events, including autism research and awareness. So overall, and you know what's really a bummer, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to tell you what's a bummer. In 1977, he would have been a good fit for Team Canada at the World Championships. Espo had went over. I still wonder why he never played for Team Canada. I would have got him right away. But the Blazers were also interested in to play the WHA, and he never went to the Blazers. But his jump into Major Pro was kind of weird, because he went to Providence for seasoning in the '75 season, and helped them in their Calder Cup run. So overall, a great career. And you know something, Ron Greschner, Saturday nights, he played the Maple Leafs or the Canadians, and the women in my family would would turn to me and said, "When is Ron playing again?" And you know what happened with the other, the other heartthrobs of New York, anyway. But Ron Greschner, one of the most underrated players. I know it's hard to say underrated where everybody talks about him still, but to me he was very underrated. He could have been 100 points a season guy if the injuries wouldn't have killed him. Because, just like Bobby Orr, right? So listen, thanks for listening. Again, we're wrapping up the requests. This is another one of the requests that we have on the list before we turn it over to the Blue Jays podcast next week. Thanks for listening.